and this is part of the 1000 principles of success. Now, they don't have any particular order, but they're like about 1000 principles of success related to your mind and your thoughts. And I'm gonna put this principle as some kind of number, or 60 or 80 or 125. And the principle goes like this: for 5 minutes a day, make sure you are on a highly elevated place. 5 minutes a day. It's called being on the Vista. Vista, it's a special location that gives you high physical elevation of your mind. Now, there is very interesting relationship between the physical world and the metaphysical world, if you know what I mean. But once you are on a Vista, which is high elevated location, maybe at top of a mountain, maybe at top of a building if you are in the city. If you live in a busy city, let's say Brooklyn, New York, or somewhere in Chicago or anywhere in the world, make sure for at least 5 minutes every day you go on a Vista. Now, how this will work if you are in a busy city? Just take the elevator and go to the last floor, or if you are at a 6-story building, make sure you go on the top of the building, on the roof, and just walk and observe. Now, that will give you a mental clarity. And here is a little notebook that you should carry with yourself, and magic will happen when you are on the Vista, when you are on a high elevated location. That would give you immediately clarity of the mind. Good ideas will come. And if you are on the Vista, that would be big ideas, grandiose ideas about how you can change the world, how you can put your little dent in the universe to affect the people around you. First, the people around you, your kids, your family, your parents, your grandparents, everybody around you would be affected if you take 5 minutes of your life to get on the Vista. Here I am now showing you this, how this works in real life. I'm here on a highly elevated place. Over there is my house, and there's another house. You see, these people here, these people that live on that terrace over there, they have advantage over you if you live on the ground. These people can wake up in the morning, get on their terrace. You see, they have a statue there. I don't know, it looks like a Buddha or something. But as soon as they wake up, they go on the terrace and gives them this magnificent vista view. I can guarantee you that the person over there lives there, has a little bit competitive advantage in the physical, in the material world, just because they live on that place. Now, another thing to mention is why rich people want to get the top floors of the building. For the same very reason. There was an article about 10 years ago written about the tallest building in New York City. When I read this article, I was fascinating. One of the ladies was talking about this Vista experience on a daily basis. Now, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what kind of circumstances you have, maybe you have pain, maybe you have drama, maybe you have bad experiences, but here I am to tell you, these things are just lessons for you to reflect, to learn how life goes, how your life goes. And this principle here I'm mentioning to you It's one of the most effective ways to get rid of that drama, that pain, that suffering. And of course, the world is full of suffering. Now, in relationship to the Vista principle, I want to ask you a question. Have you noticed in your own life that the most suffering happens on the ground, on the very ground level? Here it is, you see? Like right here, on the ground is the most suffering. Now, if you haven't noticed yet, walk on the streets of your town and look at the faces. Just take a little observation time, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you will notice, my friend, that most of the pain and suffering and struggle is on ground level. So that's why it's very important for you to take a little bit of your precious day. Thanks God, the universe, or whatever you believe. You may believe in the jug of milk, as one man was joking, in internet. You can pray to a jug of milk and it will be the same as though you are praying to God. It doesn't matter what you're praying. Just take your time, be grateful, say, thank you, God, for placing me on that earth. Thank you, God, for letting me hear those sounds. Thank you, God, for letting me use my eyes and see that beauty on the Vista. And thank you, God, for this beautiful creation that you created for us, the humans, to enjoy, to feel, to like the little pleasures of life. And of course, it is important to be for just 5 minutes. How long it is this video? It's 7-8 minutes and I'm already transformed, and you should be transformed too. If you follow these simple instructions, if you follow these simple rules for success, you will receive from the universe and God and the creation something beyond your comprehension. You're gonna start seeing different things, you're gonna start feeling different feelings, you're gonna start experiencing different locations and different people, and you will look a little bit weird in the beginning, but then you're gonna handle it. Then you're gonna, you're gonna deal with this. Sometimes people may look at you and they say, that's a strange person, and that is a compliment to you. Some people say, hey, this guy is crazy, or this girl is weird, but don't worry about that thing. For the moment, all you have to do is dedicate 5 minutes a day, or even 2 minutes. Make it a habit to be on the Vista, because we know from the science, from the metaphysics, from the literature, from the greatest poems ever written, that most of the greatest thoughts of the humanity has been invoked in vistas. People in India, in Himalayan, in places like that, they're so-called sacred places. For example, do you know that people in Tibet are the happiest people on the planet Earth? By statistics. Have you ever wondered why? Well, because they constantly live in the Vista locations, high mountains, and in those areas there is special energies. Sometimes we cannot feel these energies, especially when our life it's caught up in the maya of the busy city, the busy streets, the busy towns, the busy relationships, the busy families, the drama, the suffering, the pain, everything that comes to our senses through our so-called TV screens, cell phones and stuff. And we don't really take time to elevate ourselves on the Vista. So here is my closing, my friend. It's 10 minutes video. Make sure for 5 minutes a day, no matter where you are, maybe on the busy streets of Calcutta, or maybe in the high rises of New York City. Take 5 minutes to see life. Look at this. This is real life. You see the sway of this grass. You see? You can only see that. You can only experience that when you are on the Vista. Be on the Vista, my friend. Be the Vista, my friend.